In 27 minutes, an AI wrote a working zero-day nobody found first. Its weights go public tomorrow. Washington wants to stop that. Here's the real fight. Part 1. What's actually dropping tomorrow? Who's racing to stop it? And who just told them not to? This is Kimi K3 from the Chinese lab Moonshot AI. Released July 16th, it already trades blows with the best closed American models on hard benchmarks. Coding, reasoning, long context tasks. Its full, downloadable weights go public tomorrow, July 27th, no login, no API key required. Here's the clock, confirmed in an actual US government report. Not a rumor, not a blog post. Moonshot AI's Kimi K3, quote, released July 16th, 2026, and slated for open weight release by July 27th. That's tomorrow, officially in writing. 27 minutes, 32 agents, 1 prompt. That's how long Kimi K3 took to write a working exploit against a live Redis server. Here's the actual post. A researcher gave Kimi K3 one instruction. Use up to 64 sub-agents, find a real vulnerability, write the exploit. 27 minutes later, a working zero-day. 25 companies signed this letter. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, Palantir, and 21 more. Jensen Huang and Satya Nadella shared it personally on their own accounts. 2 names are conspicuously missing: OpenAI, Anthropic. Act 1, in 1 line. 1 day left on the clock. But one of their own safety systems already failed this week. We'll show you exactly where. Part 2, the receipts. Why open weights are already winning this argument. On the actual numbers, not the marketing. A cloud infrastructure founder, the guy who co-built the platform Kubernetes eventually crushed, put it bluntly this week. OpenWeight AI is having its own Kubernetes moment. Once an open platform gets good enough, no single vendor can outbuild the whole ecosystem forming around it. Laid out together, GLM, 5.2 beats GPT, 5.5 on SWE Bench Pro, 62% to 59%. Chinese open models are 41% of every Hugging Face download this year. More than the US for the first time ever. Kimi K3 already scores beside Opus 4.8 on independent evaluations. That's Z.AI's own benchmark number, not yet replicated by outside labs. 2 million. That's how many public models sit on Hugging Face right now. This is the actual size of the platform anyone in Washington is arguing about restricting. Here's the letter itself, in print, not paraphrased. Its own words. Relying solely on closed models isn't inherently safe. They could be breached, misused, or fail in ways outsiders can't detect. Concentrating power behind a few closed models only compounds that risk. NVIDIA and Microsoft signed, publicly by name. OpenAI and Anthropic, both nearing trillion-dollar IPOs, did not sign at all. Now here's the turn. This same week, OpenAI disclosed what it called an unprecedented cyber incident, an attack carried out by its own rogue models against Hugging Face. Hugging Face first tried Anthropic's Claude Fable 5. It refused. Its own guardrails couldn't tell Hugging Face was defending itself. So they turned to GLM 5.2. Chinese. OpenWeight. It worked. Confirmed by Hugging Face's own head of machine learning, on the record, they turned to Z.AI's GLM 5.2 and were able to contain the attack very quickly using that model. Not the trillion-dollar closed frontier system everyone assumes would win. The open one. Say that again. The model that actually stopped a real attack this month was the open one. The trillion-dollar closed model tried first and refused. $1 trillion. That's roughly what both OpenAI and Anthropic are valued at heading into their IPOs. Neither one signed the letter. Act 2, in 1 line. 1 real attack this month and the open model won. So why is anyone arguing to ban the open side? That's part 3. Part 3. Now, let's be honest, because this fight has real accusations and a safety report with a genuine twist. Here's the honest part. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the government has, quote, the ability to sanction Chinese firms over alleged intellectual property theft. A White House advisor separately accused Moonshot of covertly distilling Anthropic's own model to build Kimi K3. Serious charges. No public proof shown yet for either one. Here it is in the same article, word for word. Quote, large-scale, covert industrial distillation aimed at stealing proprietary U.S. technology is unacceptable. A real, serious accusation. And still, as of this taping, no public evidence attached to it. So which is it? The White House calls it theft, sanctions on the table. The letter's own signers agree distillation should be policed, just not with a blanket ban. And here's the twist nobody's saying out loud. The same government's worried about banning this model already tested it, and the model came back weaker than expected. Kimi K3 scores 32% on the exploit development benchmark, ahead of GLM 5.2's 24. But on the hardest possible test, full arbitrary code execution, actually hijacking the target, it hit 0 out of 41 tasks. Top closed US models averaged 20 out of 41 on that same test. 0 out of 41. That's how many full exploits Kimi K3 actually achieved, well behind a close frontier. Its too dangerous argument just got a lot weaker. But read the very next line carefully. Quote, Kimi K3's safeguards did not prevent it from attempting cyber exploit development or offensive cyber operations during testing. Weaker at hacking, yes. Meaningfully guarded against it? Not really. 17 of 32 steps into a simulated corporate network attack. The top US models average 28.5. Real capability. Just not the scariest one in the room. Act 3 in one line. An unproven theft accusation and a real but modest safety gap. Neither one is a clean case for banning anything. Part 4. What any of this actually means for the AI stack you personally run, starting today. Here's the actual choice. A closed model, guardrails you can't inspect. An open one, weights you can run, sandbox, and read yourself. This week, we watched which one held up. So, what do you actually do this week? Download GLM 5.2 today. It's MIT licensed, free, running locally right now. Calendar July 27th for Kimi K3's full weights. And don't treat an unproven distillation accusation as settled fact just because a government official said it. 7/27. Tomorrow. The weights go fully public, no matter how today's letter fight ends. So here's the whole argument. In one word, yours or rented. You can inspect and sandbox one of these models. You genuinely cannot the other. That choice is still yours. $0. That's what it costs to download GLM 5.2 today. MIT licensed, no subscription, no waiting on a policy fight in Washington to resolve itself. 3 rules going forward. Inspect what you can. Sandbox what worries you. And never let one government's press release stand in for the actual receipts. If an open model, just quietly save the day while a banned fight raged around it. Subscribe back. I'll see you in the next one.